Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to another Premier League prediction video. This is Matchday 11 of the Premier League. Before we get into today's video, as always, we're going to go through what I predicted for last week and how I did. If you guys don't know how it works, I get half a point if I get the correct team to win. I get 1 point if I get the correct score line as well. So, let's get into it for last week. So, Crystal Palace against Spurs. Now, I went with a 1-0 Spurs. It was a 2-1 Spurs, so a bit unfortunate there, but I get half a point. Now, this week was actually pretty poor. Very, very poor. Considering the week before, I actually did pretty well. I got 6 points. But this week, it came crashing down. First up, the first shocker, Chelsea-Brentford. Chelsea at home against Brentford. Chelsea coming into this game. 2 wins out of the last 3 against Fulham and Burnley. They drew Arsenal at home. It looked like that they were going to pick up the win. So I went for 2-1 Chelsea thinking, you know what, they're going to narrowly win. And they lost 2-0. Like, oh my days. So that's great, thanks. Arsenal, Sheffield United, pretty simple. I went 2-0 Arsenal. It was a 5-0 Arsenal with Eddie Nketiah with the hat-trick. I can have a point. So 1 point so far. Bournemouth against Burnley. I mean, look, I went 1-1. Bournemouth won 2-1. So, I think that's the first win of the season as well. Crazy though, isn't it? So, yep, nothing I could do. It could have gone anyways because they were 1-0 down, and then they got the equalizer, and then they scored pretty late on to win it. So, yep, no points there. Wolves against Newcastle United. I mean, look, Newcastle United, I went for 2-0 Newcastle United win, and guess what? They went 1-0 up. I was like, yeah. They got 1-1. I was like, got them. And then they scored again. So I was like, okay. And then they conceded. So, great. West Ham Everton, another shocker. I went 3-1 West Ham. What happened? Everton won. Everton won at the London Stadium 1-0. What has happened there? And then Brighton Fulham. I went 3-0 Brighton. I was confident. And then Fulham got a draw against Brighton. So I just got screwed over by 2 matches. And then Aston Villa against Luton Town. I went 4-0. I think it was 3-1, so half a point. And then the last 2, pretty simple. Liverpool against Nottingham Forest, I went 2-1. 3-0. And then Manchester United against Man City, I went 3-1 Man City, it was 3-0. So, basically, I got half a point, 1 point, 1.5, 2.5 points. Great. Great. Let's start off this week, shall we? With Fulham against Manchester United. Look, Manchester United have to bounce back. They are away at Craven Cottage. Fulham went away to Brighton to pick up a point last time out. So, what is going to happen? I don't know. I'm going to go 2-1 Man United. And that's simply because they have to win. Like, they have to. If they lose another game, I think Ten Hag is really at risk of losing his job. Really. Brentford, obviously with the win over Chelsea, against a West Ham side that lost to Everton at home. So, you know, I'm going to go with a bold prediction. Punchy shout, Brentford 1, West Ham 0. Punchy. I love how everyone said that West Ham were favourites to get in the top 8. But right now, can they even pick up wins against your Evertons, your Brentfords? You know, who knows? Man City, Bournemouth, let's get this over with. It's not whether they win, it's how many they score. 3-0. Let's just be generous to Bournemouth, because it could be a lot worse. Sheffield United against Wolves. Listen, I still have Wolves going down. I'm staying by that. I'm going to go for 1-1 draw. And then next up, we have got Burnley against Crystal Palace. Before we get continuing, the 2 match of the weeks are Newcastle against Arsenal and Spurs against Chelsea, by the way, just saying. But Burnley against Crystal Palace at home, you would expect Burnley to start picking up some points because they have to. But who knows? I think they do pick up a point. I'm going to go for 2-2 draw. Against Crystal Palace, they have to get something from it, Burnley. I can't see Palace losing to Burnley. So I'm going to go for draw. But I don't really want to go for 1-1. And I see some goals in that game. 2-2 maybe. I think it could be like a 2-2 or even like a 2-1 Palace. Just narrow win. But let's see if Burnley can fight. Everton at home. They obviously won last time out away at the London Stadium against West Ham. Brighton drew at home against Fulham. So, yeah, who knows? Who knows what Everton could produce. But I still want to believe that Brighton are strong. So I'm going to give a 2-1 Brighton win. I still want to believe that Brighton can get in the top 7. So, Brighton have to win that. Moving into the Saturday games. This is 6:30 kickoff, I think. Newcastle against Arsenal. I mean, look. What a game. What a game. Wow. Who do I go with here? Now, Newcastle come in with a pretty poor game against Wolves in terms of the result. Arsenal come into this with a thrashing at home against Sheffield United. So, you know, it's not much separating these two teams. Arsenal obviously are second, I think. Newcastle, I have no idea where they are. Are they like 6th right now? Let me have a look at the table. They are 6th, yeah. So it's second against 6th. 7-point gap right now between the two of them. I mean, Newcastle have the home advantage, but I don't really think it means much realistically right now, because if you look at when they were at home against Dortmund in the Champions League, it didn't really mean much because they still lost. So you know what? I'm gonna go for 1-0 Arsenal win to put the pressure on Spurs. But do I go with 1-0 Arsenal? I'm tempted to go 1-1, but just to bookmark it, I'm gonna go 1-0, but I could have gone 1-1. Forest against Aston Villa. I mean, Nottingham Forest away at Anfield, not gonna be easy. They lost. Aston Villa at home, absolutely smoked Luton Town. I still think Aston Villa have to win. I'm gonna go for 2-1 win. I think they have to win that. Surely they have to win that. Last two matches, Luton Town, Liverpool. Again, it's not about how many. It's not about whether they win. It's about how many they score. But again, it's a Kenilworth World Road. It's against Luton Town. It might not be an easy game. 2-0 Liverpool. And then lastly, Spurs against Chelsea. Match of the week, in my opinion. 2-0 Spurs. I just had that feeling. It's at home. They're top of the table. They're not playing Europe. Stand out Chelsea, but Chelsea are in crap form at the moment. Like, literally. Gone, Spurs. Gone. They know they have to win this. So, yeah. But let me know what your thoughts are down below. Let me know your predictions. Hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Hit the button if you subscribe to the channel on already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.